Kappa.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to episode 2 of Grue Talk. Alright, let me quickly switch us over here and we can all say hello. There we go. Yes. Oh my god, Sus, no! Sus! Oh dear. What a way to start off. Okay, alrighty. So, hello everybody and welcome. We are very excited to finally get episode 2 of our podcast going. I know it's been quite a while, but today we will be discussing the differences of Twitch and YouTube through the eyes of a content creator. And joining us today is QualityMess. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing very well. Better than your leg, apparently.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, I spilled hot coffee on it, like right when I woke up this morning.
God, I gotta start the video, right?
Pretty much.
I'm just gonna say it one more time. Iced coffee, won't have that problem. Anyway.
Oh my days.
Yo, what's up, Caesar? Welcome in. And Fatness, hello. And Prof, how you doing, guys? Unfortunately, guests do not have a face cam.
Tragic, I didn't have to get ready. Wow.
I'm pretty sure Quality doesn't mind that. Alrighty, so let's see here. I think I also missed someone else. Yes, Michael, hello and welcome in, and Darth. Okay. And it's your boy Jack with the host. Yo, thank you so much for dropping the host, Jack. How are you, my friend? Tell Allie she is bad from
I'm
Fatness.
so happy all of my supportive viewers are here.
Right? I'm so happy everyone who loves me is here! Oh dear. It's okay, Allie.
It's fine.
Oh goodness. So, let's see. I guess to begin the topic, I should go ahead and say that I have a lot more experience with Twitch as opposed to YouTube. I've been doing Twitch, I don't know if I would say professionally, but I've been doing Twitch for 3 years now, and I've only really dabbled in YouTube. But I've been dabbling in YouTube, you know, for a while, but not as tentatively as I have been with Twitch. But this is something I wanted to discuss for a while now, because it really is two different playing fields, you know, in terms of the communities, even how the corporations manage themselves and the content creators, and just general things like that. Freatrocity, yo, what's going on, man? Welcome in. And Blue, hello, welcome in. What's going on, guys? So, another thing I'll address before we really get into it is a lot of you are from the Hypixel community. So that means a lot of you guys are probably familiar with just YouTube as opposed to Twitch. Before I got my YouTube rank on the server, not a lot of people knew what Twitch was, and just because they didn't know what it was, they didn't care about it, and just immediately deemed that YouTube was better. And in some respects, YouTube is better than Twitch, you know, like as a video platform, you know, Twitch will probably never outshine YouTube on that front, just as, you know, YouTube will probably never outshine Twitch for live streaming. But anyway, you have YouTube. Freatrocity, yes I do. I've actually just recently been trying to take it seriously. If you scroll down and click on our YouTube banner, that should take you to the link. So yeah, do any of my guests have anything that they want to say in regards to the differences of the two platforms? Yes, right. You don't need to raise your hand. You can just.
I didn't want to yell over anybody. I started out on YouTube, and I mostly do YouTube, and I will admit, you know, live streaming on YouTube kind of isn't that great, especially when you're smaller.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that greatly. I see that subscribe.
Yay. Can we shine some light on that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, shed some love.
Prof, thank you so much for the 3 months that are apparently only dedicated to Allie.
Hey.
Deeply appreciated. And Fatness, you also came for QualityMess, of course.
Behave
Leslie, hello and
yourself.
welcome in.
This is why you guys stay in a corner. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to see. There it is. Okay, yeah. So I've been doing YouTube for over 7 years now. My newest account is just about 7 years old. Actually,
Okay.
yesterday was its 7th birthday. No, today's its 7th birthday.
Hey, happy birthday!
Today is your 7th birthday?
No, my YouTube channels, and I love YouTube as a platform for video making. It has that's the thing that I like about it that makes it shine so much. But Twitch feels a lot more homely and connected because when you're live streaming, you're talking with people, whereas on YouTube it feels more. Obviously, it's not always a business platform, but it feels like one because people just leave comments. So that's why I gotta say.
Yeah,
Quite so.
always with the best comments on the YouTube chat.
Right. And Prof, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Fatness. Awfully generous of you. Let's see. Oh my gosh, how to say this name? Yissel? Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you? Welcome in. And yes, you are right. Another thing that I don't think a lot of people keep in mind is you don't have to just pick one and stick with that one. Branch out, you know. If as a content creator you want to do a variety of content from live streaming to making videos, then there's really no reason to restrict yourself to one platform, provided you stick to, you know, the TOS of each service. Like for example with Twitch, you can stream on different platforms, just not while you're streaming on Twitch. Little things like that. But for the most part, you do have the freedom to explore other platforms. And another thing that you mentioned, Rai, starting off as a content creator, it is really hard to get started on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. Simply because Twitch is a much more welcoming community, because it is all about live streaming and it's about chat engagement and things like that. So if you are the kind of person who enjoys engaging with the community, you're probably going to be able to start off more on Twitch as opposed to YouTube. Because with, you know, YouTube, the content creator / viewer relationship is creator puts up a video, viewer watches and leaves a like and possibly subscribes. And that's it. That's the end of the relationship. Let's see.
Unless you crush on the YouTuber.
Perhaps, yes. Then you have all the troll comments. I mean, each platform has trolls, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord knows that. There are definitely trolls everywhere, unfortunately. But, gonna ban you in my channel, Fatness. Oh, do it! I mean, what? Who said that?
I'll do it.
Prof.
Ask me twice.
Aw, Fatness, thank you. My beard is amazing. You're amazing. But, so, Mighty, we actually met through a Twitch raid. That's something that I don't think people do on YouTube all that much. I mean, I imagine it's happened a few times, but I think Twitch has kind of, you know, claimed dominance over raiding other channels and things like that. So before you... What was that?
It's more of a like a shout-out system in YouTube, I guess.
Well, I know with with YouTube videos, you can shout someone out in your video, but like a live raid, that's something super exciting.
Yeah.
And personally, I think it's more thrilling than just, you know, a shout out in a video. While that is still, of course, beneficial, but with a live raid, you have everyone there, you know, cheering you on, and it's just it's something very magical. But before you and I met through a raid, how often did you use Twitch?
I didn't really use Twitch. Like, I tried it 2 times through OBS and stuff, but I did like upload a few things to YouTube.
Okay.
At the beginning, that was like a very few things.
I didn't know that you did that. How was your experience with YouTube?
Side, you know, planet side stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did a little bit there, but it was more of like upload and learning to encode and stuff like that. I feel like the quality of the stuff you make is very bad in comparison to fluid Twitch. Like static YouTube is, in my opinion, that is.
So
like stuff.
there's a lot of differences that we can touch on, you know, and with not just Twitch and YouTube, but live streaming and video editing, you know, all together. Though that's another thing to kind of shine some light on. When it comes to video editing, you know, you have the power to edit out any little mistakes, take out any dead air or awkward moments, and you show the best of that content. With live streaming, you don't have that luxury. If someone accidentally or purposely, flicks off the camera at the start of the stream, you can't take that out. So live streaming, you have to, you don't have to, but having, knowing what you're doing and being aware of who you have with you at the time while you're live, those are things that are going to help your stream appear to be a bit more professional, since you don't exactly have a cutting tool to remove any blunders. Wait, oh my gosh, the chat is going quickly. Engaging on YouTube is horrible in comparison to Twitch, says Wesley. YouTube's comment section is pure garbage. Yeah. I don't know if that's so much YouTube that makes their comment section garbage, or if it's just people leaving garbage comments.
Yeah, because I've had quite a few lovely comments on one of my later songs that they just made me so happy. And, you can respond to them all pretty easily. You can love them, so they'll kind of go up to the top.
Yeah. And I guess that's another thing we should bring up, while YouTube and Twitch are their own platforms, and the way how they present themselves will kind of determine our experience with the platform, it's also the communities that we engage with on those platforms that are going to determine if we like the platform or not.
Yeah.
If I were to go on Twitch and every single stream I just got hate comments, I'm going to be like, man, Twitch fucking sucks. And, so, depending on the people that you run into, that's going to kind of influence your overall feel of each platform. Yo, Gaddy, hello! Because you are lovable. Uh-oh. Gaddy's calling you out, Rye.
You right. I love you, Daddy.
Let's see, what? Oh, yo, what's going on, So Broken? So Broken, it's not really considered polite to, reveal a raid before the raid happens.
Oh.
But I appreciate it, though. I've had that happen to me a few times, I'll plan to go raid someone, and then I get there and I already see someone's like, hey, you're about to get raided. I'm like,
you ruined the surprise.
Oh, there's no fun with that.
Yeah, it's like, you plan a surprise birthday party, everyone's gonna be at the person's house, and someone calls the person before they open up the door. Oh, by the way, there's people in there about to say surprise.
Yeah, don't go in there, there's a bomb.
Surprise! Happy birthday!
Insurance covers it.
Oh, goodness. Yo, what's going on, Poke? Welcome in, my man. How you doing? Oh, goodness. So, Sess, I know you consume a lot of content on both platforms, YouTube and Twitch. If you had to pick one platform as a platform that you enjoy the most, which one would it be, and why?
I'm probably going to be going against the grain here. I do enjoy a lot of YouTube, because that's primarily what I'm watching. If I'm not at work or if I'm not outside doing stuff, I'm pretty much at home watching frickin' YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going back and watching Dan's old VODs and stuff. So as far as, my favorite, I've gotta go with YouTube. I started there, I basically grew up on YouTube.
Yeah, I got you. And like I said, I don't think one platform is ever really gonna outshine the other. I think in the past few months, we have seen signs that both platforms are trying to kind of, get there. Like Twitch has made it so that you can upload videos, and YouTube is focusing a lot more on their streaming platform now. So I think each side is trying to, level out, but I think
they should hurry up and fuck already.
I think both platforms are already established as, YouTube is for uploading videos and Twitch is for streaming. And like we said earlier, I don't think it should be a question of which one is the best, but because there's just so many variables to take into account. Like, yes, Sess?
You're like, I don't think we should ask which one's the best. Which one do you like better? Which one do you think?
Well, as a person, as you
Here's
know,
his bus. Here, get under there.
I didn't mean it like that. Okay, I apologize. I should. I'm just going off my head here. But okay, I'm gonna go cry now.
Yeah, none of this is scripted, by the way. Dan doesn't
Yeah,
have,
this
like,
is
a
not
list of
scripted. I'm just
questions and
pulling
answers.
stuff off my head here. YouTube is nice if you have limited time because you get more concentrated content that you can watch when you have broadcast streams. Often leave you feeling like you're missing out. Okay, very good, Caesar. Not at Nightbot. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So, Allie, I know you actually did YouTube somewhat professionally before coming to Twitch. Would you mind?
Yeah.
Would you mind telling us a little bit about your experience as a content creator for YouTube, and then coming over to Twitch?
Well, I started the YouTube channel actually like a year ago this month. And when I started it, like in my head, I'm like, this is gonna be like a professional thing. I'm gonna focus purely just on YouTube. And then as time went on, I kind of lost a lot of interest in actually recording videos because I don't have the motivation to sit down, record, get everything together, yada yada yada. So then I got introduced to Twitch. I had been on Twitch before, but I had never like been super into it. And then one of my friends was like, hey, you have a great personality to do live streams. And I was like, I'll give it a shot. I actually started live streaming on YouTube first. So I did like a few live streams on YouTube, and it was okay. It was pretty much the same, but then I discovered Twitch, and then I started doing Twitch. And the audience in Twitch is a lot more interactive in my experience from live streaming on both platforms. And I don't know if it's just because I got growth faster on Twitch as opposed to YouTube, and that's why it was more interactive or whatnot. But now my YouTube channel's a meme and everyone laughs at it, but you know, that's the good part of it, I guess. No, I'm not offended. It's hilarious to look back. But like my channel intro, it's the most cringy 40 seconds you'll ever watch in your life. And like, I don't know, with YouTube, I like YouTube, and YouTube is something I go to personally when I don't want interaction, kind of thing, as weird as that sounds.
I see.
So like, YouTube is something when I'm like winding down that I'll watch.
Okay.
But then like during like the day and stuff, and if I want interaction, you'll find me in streams because I get a lot more interaction and I feel more connected to the caster through streams, obviously. So I think YouTube takes a lot more patience.
Yeah, definitely. And Blocks, hello, how are you, sir?
Oh dear.
7 years.
Uh-oh. I don't even know what that was. Hang on. Give me just a second. Oh no, Scrub! Sorry, buddy.
Oh, it was a link to you.
Tosquitos Gaming, hello and welcome in. How are you? And, to touch back on what Ali said, I think everyone can relate to that. At least those who have, you know, been creating content at least for a year. You know, if you keep doing something like creating content, be it live streaming or making videos, you are generally going to improve if, you know, of course you want to and you keep learning new things. You know, a lot of my community members tease me about Purple Dan from like 3 years ago when I just started streaming on Twitch, and I had no idea what I was doing, and the quality was just terrible and very cringy, and I'm very embarrassed to look back at some of my old highlights just because it was so bad.
Yep.
Yo, what's going on, Assassin? Welcome in. Goth, hello, how are you? You just woke up? Well, good morning to you, Dusquitos. Twitch is more about content. YouTube is about views, likes, and clickbait. Well, there's another thing we can discuss. With YouTube, there definitely is a lot of clickbait out there. Because content creators, or a lot of the more or less professional content creators, all they care about is, you know, just getting the clicks and the views and things like that. And this kind of creates a... Wait. Is this backwards? Yes, it is.
Yes.
And this kind of creates a lack of sincerity in a lot of people's content on YouTube. And I think that kind of, I don't know, there's just not a spark with that content, and I can't really connect with it. And, you know, there definitely are professional YouTubers out there whose content I do enjoy, because they don't just rely on clickbait for their videos to, you know, be worthy of a view or a like or a subscribe. You know, they actually put a lot of work and effort into planning out their videos and editing everything and getting it all together. And with Twitch, unfortunately, I think Twitch is getting to the point where a lot of people are just, you know, caring about the views. You know, we're not going to name any names, but, you know, but with Twitch, I do see a lot more people, you know, promoting sincerity in their content and focusing on the community. And I think that's absolutely awesome. That I think an attitude like that, that is how you become successful on Twitch. Yo, so broken! Says Dan Mighty Right. Oh, goodness. Your favorite YouTuber is me? What? Why? Like, I wouldn't really call myself a YouTuber yet. I so know who you had in mind. Yes! Blocks, our little buddy. Cheeky bugger. Yes.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost heartbreaking that this individual is on the Twitch platform, because, like, it's like I actually want to get a pie chart and have a visual representation of how much content there is as opposed to how much, you know, clickbait there is. And I guarantee you it's probably only 20% content, and then the rest is just all spamming and clickbait.
I don't understand.
No,
like,
Caesar. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I just don't understand how, like, that's entertaining. Like, I don't want that to come off like rude, but like, I don't understand how it's like all you hear, probably about 75% of the stream is banging on a keyboard.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why a lot of people may click to, you know, click towards a channel like that, but why would they stay? Why are you staying for that?
Yeah, and like, I understand why they're staying, because of what he's advertised.
That's true. That's not only manipulative, but that's false advertising, and, you know, it's really scummy.
It is, because it's like, I've never witnessed an actual thing happening.
Are we still up? Caesar is asking if Twitch just died. Are we still here?
It's fine.
Yeah,
I can still see it.
I am watching the stream as we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay, alright, I guess we're good. Who we talking shit about? You got your pitchfork? Oh my god. Now, another thing we should bring up is the TOS, especially with Twitch. It is in the TOS that we cannot actually call people out by name and belittle them, or, as they word it, defame them, unfortunately. So we will not be, you know, naming who it is that we may or may not have been referring to. But yeah, so sad face on that.
It's right.
No, it's not you. You had no issues? Okay. Tell us in a riddle. Spammity spam, lobbity lob. He likes knobs. Okay, moving on.
What?
Pretty much every Hypixel streamer knows who we're talking about, at least.
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, can't on Twitch. Let's continue this on YouTube.
Don't even get me started about the YouTube video that was made.
Oh my god, that was. I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt. It did hurt me personally, and I'm hurt that it hurt me. Because I find myself, like, I don't hate the individual, but I'm very disappointed with how lost they've become.
Jimmy!
Oh dear, I don't know if we should mute that or...
I'm sorry, my people are really toxic. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm not confirming if he's right or not. He could be talking about his favorite person in the whole wide world for all I know.
True.
Anyway, but yeah, like, for me as a content creator, you know, I take a lot of pride in my content, and I think that's what it means to be a content creator, to really care about your content. And that individual is like the exact opposite. You know, he has no respect for the craft, and it's like, you know, that gets to me, because, you know, why are you even on a platform that is supposed to be about, you know, the community and, you know, sincerity, and it's just, makes me cry on the inside. Yours are chill? I don't know about that, Blocks.
Yours
Okay,
is
I may or
chill.
may not still be salty that Blocks killed me in Skywars repeatedly.
Now I think I know who we're not talking about.
Yeah.
One thing too, I think a big difference about YouTube and Twitch, well, I guess not. I guess they're pretty similar in this. You know how like pretty much on Twitch, like your view count is what determines like I guess your growth in a way.
Yeah. Mhm.
Which I mean, on YouTube, I know your views matter and stuff because like I don't know how it works exactly. Like I don't know how you get AdSense or anything. I don't know if anyone
Yeah.
here knows how the whole process works.
In
but-
order for that to, in order to be eligible for AdSense, you need the 1K subs, and then you need 4,000 hours of watch time. Unfortunately,
Mhm. I mean,
but yeah,
Well,
I do see what you mean.
yeah, so it's like when I think we share the same similarities from both platforms in a way, like say like we change our content up,
Yeah,
the support goes like way down.
yeah,
And
definitely,
I think a lot of content creators kind of can neutralize on that, at least on both platforms.
definitely. And unfortunately, you know, I mean, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, don't worry about what game you play," or you know, or people will say, "Feel free to play whatever you want. I'll be here." And you know, so people will take the viewers up on their word at that. And you know, if I were to stream Fire Emblem, I guarantee you, I'll be at maybe like 6 or 7 viewers. And you know, while you know, views probably shouldn't count that much, but if you are a content creator, and that's your main source of income, you know, you might be more inclined to let, you know, decisions like that influence what you do and what games you stream. Like, I don't have a problem streaming Minecraft. I enjoy it. I mean, until I start getting targeted. But, you know, if it got to the point where I no longer liked Minecraft, I would just stop streaming it altogether, regardless of the impact it would have on my channel.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the boat I'm in right now. I'll do Hypixel probably maybe once or twice a week. It just depends on how I feel. And I feel like a lot of my viewers don't like that inconsistency of it, because that's how the channel was built. The channel was built off of that game, so obviously the majority of the people there want that game. So if I switch it up, like, they're all like, wait, what is this kind of thing?
Yeah.
But it kind of comes with the territory of becoming a variety caster.
Yes, very true.
I feel like when you're a caster and you decide, hey, I'm gonna go variety, you know that's gonna happen. And like, it kind of hurts a little bit, you know, like inside you're like, I worked really hard on my channel, why does no one want to support it now? But you have to look at it as like, maybe it's just the game, it's not me.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone experiences that, even partners.
Yeah.
Like a few partners I follow, like this one guy who does Warframe, and he's a Warframe partner and everything. He can average, you know, well over 300 viewers, and then he switches to something else, you know, like Overwatch, and then he only averages like maybe 70 viewers. But I think the important thing is that he occasionally continues to do that. Yo, Sneaky with the host and a raid. Yo. Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being raided by Sneaky Wolf. Welcome in, and thank you so much for dropping that raid. What's going on, everyone? Welcome in. Yo, Phantom, welcome. How are you? It's about following the trends. Minigames will phase in and out, and you have to ride the tides with what's hot. I can understand that. And another thing to keep in mind, I think as a content creator, we're making videos because we enjoy to, and you know, streaming streams, but there's also to a point where it's also for the consumers. So I think there's, you know, there should be no shame in listening to what your viewers want. You know, if your viewers want to see a certain game, then by all means, play that game if that's something that you want to do. I think the problem is doing things that your viewers want you to do that makes you uncomfortable. I think that is the line that you shouldn't really cross. Let's see. And Mr. Pika, hello and welcome in. How are you? Not Scap. Yo, what's up? Welcome in.
It's like on YouTube right now, obviously Fortnite. Fortnite's like the big thing. And what's really popular right now is like them going into playground mode on Fortnite and making these mini games, and like people love that because it's different. And so like that's like a huge trend that I see almost every single gaming YouTuber bounce on, because a lot of Minecraft YouTubers have went to Fortnite, a lot of them, because they weren't seeing the same result as they were beforehand, so they're following the trend of Fortnite being one of the most popular games right now.
Yeah.
So it's as a content creator, you kind of have to, especially on YouTube, find what can make you stand out from other gamer YouTubers, because there's a lot of them. There is a lot, and you got to get your name out there somehow. And so some people use it by clickbait, some people just follow trends, and I mean.
And here's the thing to consider. If you build your channel like on Fortnite right now, and you start to get a decent amount of traffic from Fortnite, it is a trend, and eventually, it may not be in a month or so, but eventually, Fortnite's not going to become as popular. There's going to be some other new game that will come out, and that's going to be number one. You know, and as we were mentioning before, if you stray from a certain game, that could affect your view count. And I think this is where one of the silver linings of being a variety caster comes from. If you do a lot of things, you may grow more slowly, but your community is going to really just be there for you, as opposed to, you know, a particular game that might be popular at that moment. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You hate everything about Fortnite? I mean, I don't like Fortnite. I'm not gonna say I hate it, but it's not my kind of game.
I'm curious to know, with the new Call of Duty, I'm following all this, but with the new Call of Duty coming out with their new Battle Royale, when the beta was out, everyone loved it. Everyone loved Blackout, because for a beta, that game ran so smooth. So if the beta runs anything like the actual game, I see a lot of traffic coming from Call of Duty. I don't think it's gonna beat out Fortnite in any means, but I think it's gonna come pretty dang close. Because there's a lot of prior, at least Twitch streamers, grew themselves. A lot of the popular Fortnite Twitch streamers grew themselves off of Call of Duty.
Okay.
So the fact that a new one's coming out, I'm curious to see if they're gonna go back and follow that trend. I'm really curious. Yeah.
And Wesley, yeah, definitely. As we were saying before, that kind of falls into line with streaming things that are popular, despite the fact that you may not enjoy. You know, you're just gonna burn yourself out on that, and then I think ultimately that's just gonna make you stop being a content creator, because you're either frustrated with having to stream a game that you don't like, or you're not hitting the view count that you know, you hoped you would. I think the best way around that is just do what you feel comfortable with and see where that takes you.
Do it. I mean, fucking stream what you want to stream.
I thought that wire was your arm.
I mean, would you watch you?
No.
Would you watch you? I'd watch you.
Right, as I'm saying though, it's like
so hard.
If I feel like I'm doing something that like if I were to come back and watch this, I'm like, man, this is boring as fuck. I'm like, then why are you bothering?
Yeah, then you know, change whatever it was that's boring. You know, improve.
And as far as like keeping up with the trends and everything, it's like, if you can afford to do that, but I mean, if you're just doing it just to keeping up with the trends, and you hate doing that, you're gonna be fucking sad, and depressed, and broke.
Yep.
It's not a great time.
Very true, very true. Let's see. Fortnite is not your cup of tea. I see.
I still have the newest God of War game yet to have played it. I have not got past the start screen.
Oh my goodness. Derby, hello and welcome in. Now let's see, I had something else I was gonna bring up, but I completely forgot what it was. Let's see, we are currently 38 minutes in, and I know Ryan needs to go somewhere in about an hour. I told her I would keep an eye on the time with that. So, what I want to start doing with these podcasts is, towards the end, I want to start having like a Q&A as we did in the last episode. So, to everyone in the chat, if you guys have any questions for myself or anyone here, feel free to go ahead and let us know now, and provided they are appropriate, looking at Allie's community, we can go ahead and address it.
I'm sorry. It's just
Throwing shade, Dan.
I mean,
You're not
so
supposed
he's right because I
Terms
used to
of
be a
service.
Yeah.
family-friendly streamer.
How
The
did that
minute
work out for you?
the minute I kind of lifted that, all of their toxicity just oozed.
Yeah. Yeah, I find that it's easier for me to just, you know, have a 18 or older stream, simply because I don't have to really limit myself that badly. And it's not so much myself I have to be concerned about, but, you know, occasional people that I have on voice.
I 100% understand that, Jeremy. But yeah.
My bad.
Can you spell T? Unfortunately, no, I cannot, so broken. I'm still learning how to spell. You corrupted her channel? Oh no. Alright, well, take care, not Skep.
I'm younger than 18, guys.
Alright, I don't know, people. I wanted to ask, what would you say about someone considering to join the Twitch streamer community?
Don't.
Oh. Well, dang.
So, Derpy, can I get a little bit more of a specific question on that? Like, what do you mean? Like, just joining Twitch in general as a streamer? I would say go for it. Twitch is a very opening and welcoming platform, as it does, you know, focus on community. Like with YouTube, you're not going to get that many friendly people, especially if you're just starting out. 2 years later, oh goodness, Skep. Yikes! You went for it and then got bored? Oh no, so broken. I'm sorry to hear that. It does...
I'm coming up.
Oh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, it does take a lot of persistence to keep going with your channel, especially if you're just starting out. Because, you know, people start, well, I've actually lost a lot of friends who have seen where I am with Twitch after, you know, doing this for 3 years, and then they start and, you know, they haven't gotten there in a month, and they're like, man, fuck this, and, you know, they blame me for that. And I've actually had a couple people remove me from their friends list because they're not where I am. And, you know, you got to keep in mind that you had to keep going with this. You know, it's not an instant success overnight thing.
Yeah.
How come I'm not the new ninja?
Right?
I want to be Hokage.
Believe it! Dan, here's a question. Which platform do you think is easier to progress and grow on? Twitch or YouTube? Well, as I pretty much just answered that, Twitch. Twitch, in my opinion, is a lot easier to grow on because it's more welcoming of everybody. You know, be you a new streamer, be you just a viewer, anyone. You know, it's a much more friendly environment as opposed to just YouTube.
And more rewarding in a sense. Like
Definitely,
it's more like
definitely.
Instant pleasure, so to speak.
Yeah. If you want like a quick woohoo, go to YouTube.
Hey.
Well, no, I'm not. That's nothing to you, right? What's up, Sus?
I said if I want a quick woohoo, I just dip off into the bedroom.
Oh my god.
Woohoo! Oh dear.
You don't even need electricity for that.
Oh dear. Okay then. Instant
Make the
subs.
electricity.
Oh, dear. It's easier to grow in real life.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
No, it's not.
Take those vitamins, kids.
They don't work.
Oh, is that what that was? when
Rye
you
is
started
still
shooting?
very small.
I am, and I'm done growing.
What can the questions be about? Anything, Derpy. They can be related to Twitch. They can be related to us. If you got something on your mind, go ahead and ask away. Let's see. Do you find it difficult to balance out time between creating content for YouTube and Twitch? Yes, actually, Wesley, yes. Very much so. I occasionally, throughout the day, I'll get these ideas like, oh my gosh, I really want to make a video like this. Then I realize, oh wait, I have a stream tonight. And generally, when I'm done with my stream, I have dinner, and then I try to go to bed. Sometimes I don't, and I stay up all night. And then I might start working on some editing. But I do find it hard to balance those out, because when it comes to like how much time it takes to edit a video, it comes down to what kind of video you're making. If it's just a quick let's play that's only like 15 minutes long, you know, you might only spend maybe an hour of editing. But for example, I recently did a music video hell for Bed Wars. And that's a 3-minute video, and it was a lot of fun, but that took a lot of editing. I think
plus hours.
Yeah, it was 2 hours to get everyone together and actually film it, and then it took me, I think, another maybe 4 or 5 hours going through in my replay mod, capturing all the shots that I needed, and then the rest of the editing just came from, you know, editing all the shots that I've gathered. But it was very, very rewarding, and I was happy with the results. But you know, it depends on what kind of content you want to make and how hard you want to go with it. But definitely, it can be tricky to balance the two out, for sure. Should pineapple be allowed to touch pizza? Absolutely! Woo! Yeah, let's give it up for pineapple pizza! Let's see, why are you so oppressed? What?
What?
A month to get 160 followers on Twitch, and it took you like 2 months to get 100 subs on YouTube. Yeah, well, and here's the thing, so Birkin, you can't measure like one YouTube sub does not equal 1 follower on Twitch. It may appear that way, but that's not really the case, because with YouTube, your content is up there 24/7. So at any moment throughout the day, you could be gaining subs. Whereas with Twitch, you're only gaining followers while you're live, normally. I mean, you might get an occasional 1 follower offline who finds your channel, but, you know, it kind of changes, what, you know, how those numbers are generated. Like, it's not an equal balance. Like, for example, for those who are familiar with Hypixel and the YouTube rank, I think they've changed it now, but previously for YouTube rank, it's 30k subs on YouTube and 30k followers on Twitch, and that doesn't make any sense, because, you know, as I just said, you know, it's a lot harder to get 30k followers on Twitch than it is to get the 30k on YouTube, in my opinion. Like with YouTube, if you start getting the ball rolling and you got content up there, then you're gonna start generating a lot more subscribers. So Broken, I don't know the official decimal, but it takes a lot more work to get followers than okay, well, I probably shouldn't word it like that. In the long run, I think you'll get more subs on YouTube as opposed to Twitch, followers on Twitch. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, who knows? I'm just a guy with a beard. Fuck. Let's see.
Ow.
People, radio is killing our youth. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's another thing to keep in mind, Mighty, and I'm glad that you bring that up. The platforms, and not just the platforms themselves, but the way how we consume content is evolving. You know, from radio to VHS tapes to DVD, you know, and now it's all about, like, you know, TV is slowly being weeded out by streaming. You know, streaming services like Netflix and Hulu. And now, the coming of age, I think, is, you know, Twitch streaming and, you know, a little bit of YouTube streaming. But, you know, it just goes to show you that, you know, the way how we consume content is evolving, and respectfully, so are the platforms that provide said content. Who has the sword? Uh-oh. Whoa!
I'm having a mini thing.
Cess, what? Yo. Cess, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Oh my lord. Dude, that is very generous of you.
No, I have
Tacos
2 times the
versus
exposure.
burritos. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let us know, tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Now, here's the thing.
Burrito.
Tacos.
If we're talking about just, you know, like a American taco, I'm probably gonna have to go burrito. But the kind of tacos that Cess likes, I have not yet had the opportunity to try those, but I really want to, and if they are as good as he says they are, I may be a taco man over a burrito.
Oh yeah. Trust me, you choke a baby for one of those tacos.
Oh my goodness.
Like, hey, kid, you don't want? I really want that taco.
I get tacos for that?
Hey, do you want some food? I can't right now. I'm holding a baby. I got a taco. What baby?
Suplex City, bitch.
For my drama exam, I get to do a drama about anything. I was considering to have my character about isolation in the world. With this being considered, what message should I portray in this? Very intellectual question. I wonder if I can give you an answer. So let's see. I think the message that should be portrayed by a character in isolation is surviving about, all by themselves and learning how to be lonely, essentially. I don't know if that's the answer that you were looking for, but yeah. Please answer my question. What question? Prof had a question?
Yes. Why are gamers hated?
Oh, because you princess. Let's see. I don't know. I don't see a lot of that. Like, if you could give me an example of what you mean.
Yeah, I've never been hated on for liking
Yeah,
games.
like
My
I've
parents
never had a
always got me
moment where,
games.
like, I'm at a restaurant and they're like, "Oh, are you a gamer?" Yeah, yes, I am.
mean,
Fuck you, get out.
the only thing that's like circulating that right now is the whole like gun violence in games, making people do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but that's the only thing I could think of. Like.
Oh, dear.
Recirculating again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GTA, oh no!
I know.
Oh no, the hot coffee mob.
It just got brought to light again though because of that. Yeah, the thing.
Yeah, too true. Oh, the questions are being put into the Discord. Wonderful, Caesar. Thank you so much. Let's see. Who would you choose, Vlado the Doggo or Derpy? Derpy, easily. Whoa, that's dear. What? 16 months? Yo.
I'm dead.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Short-lived reign there.
Oh my gosh. Vastier, hello and welcome. Holy hell. It's your sweet 16. Yes.
Ow.
Oh, you go, birthday girl. Oh my gosh. Vastier, thank you so much for that continued love and support. That is absolutely insane. Let's see. Let's see what Goth says. Would you ever move platforms for good or temporarily move? I would never move from one platform never to return. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm kind of testing the waters of YouTube, and if I continue to like what I see, I'll try to balance both of them out. And if it ever got to the point where it became too much for me, I would probably cut YouTube and then just go back to my roots with Twitch. But yeah, like as a content creator, I do want to continue to do this for a living, and I want to grow. And I would like to, become bigger. And one of the ways to do that is, be on multiple platforms.
Dan?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Dan, we're all frozen.
Uh-oh. Hang on.
Why in the middle of me drinking?
Suck it down, bitch!
Okay. All right. It's fixed.
Brought to you by Tab.
Alright, it's because I went to Discord. Hang on. Maybe I'll pull up the questions on my phone. That way I don't have to keep swapping.
Drink it again.
I like drinking.
I like to do the cha-cha.
Alright. Wait, who like to do the cha-cha?
Rye.
Oh.
Hang on.
Somebody filing their nails?
No, I'm playing with a cube.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, this is not a beauty stream yet.
I'm gonna get my nail file. Ow, that was my knee.
Alright, and I will request that we try to keep the questions not super personal, but generally related about like gaming or Twitch or anything like that. Uh-oh, where is our music? Yes, he's watching.
Jared, know you.
Why does YouTube do that? Yo, Jared, what's going on? And Senior Chicken, hello, hello. Welcome in, good sir. And yes, Caesar, thank you so much for doing that. You are absolutely insane in the brain, and I love you for it. More like carb-free. Oh, poor Allie.
Senor Chicken.
You had
recognize
pancakes
that
for
name.
breakfast. Ooh. What was that?
Senor Chicken. I recognize that name.
Yes, isn't he one of your buddies?
Yes, he
We
is.
could go for a Subway right now. Ooh,
I could
Subway
too.
does sound pretty good. Let's see.
Subway?
And we are, yeah, eat fresh.
Subway.
Yeah, fresh, right. Sure.
I'm not
Close
gonna
enough.
lie. Like, I actually did have a pretty bad experience with Subway once.
I did too.
This was this was several years ago. I was at the Subway counter. I was getting a spicy Italian because that's what I always get. And so they're putting the stuff on the bread and everything. And I see a bug running across the lettuce. And I'm just like, I'm good. I'll come back later. And I left and I never did.
I suddenly am not hungry.
Oh, yours, I gotta tell you a story. It's a
Go
quick
for it.
one, but mine happened a long time ago at Subway. I had this guy who was working at Subway, and I don't go to the Subway anymore for obvious reasons. The other one I go to is much better. But this guy, he was obviously maybe working for a long time, or he's not used to working out, or he has excessive sweating disorder or something. But he sweat all over my sandwich.
Oh.
It's called hyperhidrosis.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
gross.
so I don't go to that Subway anymore. It's so close too, and I'm like, I miss the distance.
Oh.
On my food? Come on.
Yeah, the bread just soaks it up like.
It did!
Oh,
You just see the bread swell up right before your eyes.
Ugh.
Oh no! Oh, that's terrible.
Like you get Italian beef and you ask them to dip it into the gravy. Just dripping.
Oh
Please,
dear.
God, no.
Oh, that's terrible.
I have a Subway story, but it wasn't from me. It was one I heard of. This guy went to the Subway and like he had just finished making someone else's sandwich, and he cut it with a knife and all that, and it's got like all the mayonnaise,
Yeah.
mustard and stuff all over the blade. And they're supposed to, use a fresh blade for each sandwich.
Correct. Cross.
So he's there, he's like, I'll get this, and this in my sandwich. And he goes to cut it, and he tries to use the same knife. He's like, oh, wait, hold on a second. The guy stops, realizes he's about to use the same knife. He puts it underneath his armpit, he just normally does it, and wipes off the knife with his freaking armpit. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh no! Oh!
Subway, how could you?
Oh!
Yeah, that's nasty.
So, Jersey Mike's pretty good sub place.
Yeah.
Might as well
Quiznos
jerk off
is
in the
going under.
bun.
Oh man, I used to love Quiznos.
Oh, I remember Quiznos.
I used to get like big things of pickles all the time. Like I would just fill the little side containers with pickles and just eat them.
That's why they're going out of business. You took all their pickles.
Probably. I was so young.
Okay, how can you like pickles but not like olives?
Because olives are nasty and pickles are good.
It depends on what olives. Do you hate all olives?
I've never had one I've liked, so
Because
probably.
black olives taste different than the green ones.
I have tried a black one, and we had some at my work, and I was like, my coworker was just eating some. She put some in a side cup and was just snacking on some. So I'm like, let me try. Put a glove on and grab one. I eat it. I'm like, nah, nasty.
No,
They went in
I
the
used to put
garbage.
them on my fingers when I was little.
And Cole wanted to know, did I change the sub badge to gold for 1 month? No, I did not. It is possible that maybe you were gifted a sub, and that just kind of continued your subscription, and that might be why you kind of have a chain going. So, congratulations.
Ooh.
Let's see.
I
Oh.
like how Mighty
Oh,
was
Jerry.
clapping and yawning at the same time.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Well, let's see. We are 58 minutes in. I guess we can end things at a perfect 1 hour. So if there are any more last-minute questions, go ahead and let us know now, and we can get those answered.
Or forever.
What is the meaning of life?
24. Yo, Kadukanunu! Hello and welcome in. How are you, my friend? A very important question. Cats or dogs? I can't specifically pick, but I mean, cats are pretty cool. Yo, Caesar!
I would
Wait!
love to have a dog, but I'm not permitted to have a dog or cat on the premise. But if I were, I would have to get a cat because I'm not here for 12 plus hours at a time, and I can't trust the dog not to shit all over my place.
Caesar, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Not Skep. Very, very generous of you, sir. Cats
I like
are
both.
pretty cool, but I also love dogs.
Cats are awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love both.
Well, cats can also be a bit of a dick, I'm just saying, more so than dogs.
Depends on the day.
Like, oh yes, pet me, bite you. Like, oh.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I have a dog.
it's
and I
like
love my
playing
dog.
Russian roulette with the cat. Oh, good kitty, good kitty.
Yeah, accurate.
And you lost a finger.
Oh my god, what happened to your hand? Oh, I was petting my cat.
And my cat's all like cute, curled up in a corner right now, all sleepy.
Oh,
Aww.
what a little
Bite
devil.
it.
She
I'm not
is.
meeting my hamster.
Hey, shit.
So
I
Broken's
mean, I have
question
5
is...
dogs
oh.
and a cat.
So
Go ahead.
Broken wants to know if I can stream for another 30 minutes. Unfortunately, we are about to wrap up the stream as Rai does need to head out somewhere. And I did promise her I would keep an eye on the time.
Nice.
But I do feel like this has been a very good episode too. So, yo, what's going on, Sammy? Welcome in. You completely missed it? Unfortunately so. But the VOD will be saved, and I will be uploading this to our YouTube channel. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I want to give a major thank you to QualityMess for joining us. If you guys are not already following her, please be sure to do so. Can I have a mod actually do a caster command for QualityMess?
I got it.
Oh, and we got something from Gaddy. What do you think about the other... Oh my god.
Thanks.
Okay. What do you think about the other
I'm getting
uses
out of the
that Twitch
stampede.
and YouTube have? There are some Twitch streamers that stream themselves learning how to play certain games from pros. Then there are people like me who post videos to have coach review their gameplay. Well, that's interesting. Really interesting, Gaddy. Let me hit up on that before we wrap up here. So Twitch has branched out from just gameplay. Now you specifically mean like coaching, which I actually haven't seen a lot of that. But you know, Twitch is more open to things like cooking streams, knitting streams, mixing music, coding, writing stories. I think that's really cool that Twitch is opening up to so many more, you know, types of skill sets and talents. And with YouTube, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of coach reviewing of gameplay, but I can imagine YouTube being a good platform for that. You know, video reviews and things like that. I hope that kind of answers your question. Let's see, Pretty, I love you, Pretty. Oh, Jared, you're such a sweetheart. But yeah, so we are gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out to us, and major thank you to my crew, and of course to Ali again, for enduring burning her leg just to make this podcast happen. And
Exclamation mark, rocket, question mark.
oh yeah, I guess we can do a quick rocket plug. So for those of you who enjoy Minecraft, we have a server slowly kicking up called Rocket MC. And if you guys would like to join, you can join the Discord by clicking on that link right there. Did Jack officially release the beta yet?
I
I don't know, but you guys can join the Discord, and
there's an IP there. If you go and you put in the IP and it works, then the answer is yes.
you better be Steph or your old Riot. Oh dear.
Oh jeez, okay.
But yeah, so Rocket MC is it's a joint ownership between Jack, myself, Ali, and Blocks. I don't know why Blocks, but anyway, I tease. Blocks, I love you. But yeah, so we'll see what becomes of it. I'm very excited to get it running, and best believe we will be streaming Rocket pretty soon here in the next few weeks, hopefully. By the way, did I get sub? Yes, Skep, I believe you were gifted a sub. So congratulations to you, sir. And with that, I think we are going to go ahead and wrap things up. So thank you to everyone for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time. Stay awesome.
Bye.
Bye.